Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I am in the front yard today, and one of my jobs for today is something I really don't want to do, but it needs to be done. It's getting a little bit out of control. So we're walking over to the side yard. This is my lattice arch. I just posted this video. You guys should just see it. It looks so pretty. And then over here is my big hedge of plumbago. And for a couple months out of the year, this looks amazing. It's covered with this bright blue color. Let's see if you guys can see it. It's definitely not blooming right now. It's covered with this bright blue color flowers, and it looks really good, and I get tons of compliments on it. But for the rest of the year, it's kind of just a messy green hedge like this right underneath my birch tree. So I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I've been talking to my husband, and we've been discussing possibly cutting it back and taking a couple of the plants out. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. We've been talking about taking some of the plants out and then planting this flower bed up with, you know, perennials and stuff like that, which I think will be really pretty. I've already started some of the planting on that just to kind of get an idea of what I could do here. But for now, I have to prune this back. It's January and it's time to prune. And I was talking to some of my gardening club new friends, Bea and Kathy, and they were telling me that in this area, in my area, you can just cut plumbago down, right down to the bottom, you know, a couple inches off of the ground. So last year when I pruned this, I pruned it into a nice ball. And this year, I think that I'm going to try doing the intense pruning where you just prune it straight down to the ground. And I'll see what happens with that. Maybe it'll be a little bit more under control, you know, and not have these canes sticking out everywhere. So for plumbago, you can prune it during the year, but then that will just take off the blooms, and so then you're really left with just a green hedge. So I've always been kind of careful with pruning this plant because I want the blooms. That's the point of it. But this is out of control. So for today, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna prune it back, and then I'll reassess and decide what I'm gonna do. This fence right here and all of this is east facing, so it gets east morning sun and then afternoon shade. So it's actually a really good area because I live in such a hot area. It'll protect it from the hot afternoon sun. So I bet I could really plant some really beautiful plants here. I do have to say one thing I'm worried about. Earlier this year, there was a spider that had formed a spider web, a huge giant spider web right over here, and it was just about the biggest spider I've ever seen. I don't think it was poisonous. I kept trying to look it up. So I think it's living somewhere in here, so if I'm a little jumpy on video, that's why. So wish me luck. All done. I've got all the plumbago out, and it's all over here for the city to pick up. This lighting is terrible. I'm really sorry, you guys. Hopefully you can see, but it wasn't as hard as I thought. Once you got in there, it was pretty easy just to cut off the canes, and then you can even see there's new canes growing, and plumbago grows on new wood. So I think they're going to be totally fine with me cutting them back this harshly. And look at all this area I could plant up. So I have to think about it. I'm going to talk it over with Jason. I think maybe I might leave a couple of these plumbagos, you know, like maybe leave that one and then like one more, and then maybe transplant the other ones into the backyard because they're still really good, really mature plants. But anyway, now I just have to clean up all the leaves, rake everything, and then I'm done. I think that's it. I went through and I cut back all the plumbago. Jason, if you want to show them this. So I just cut it back to just a couple inches, and hopefully that will keep them a little bit more tamed over next year. But now that I see everything gone, I'm kind of really excited because I think that there's a lot of space for some really beautiful color. So I think I will go inside. I'm exhausted from cutting all this stuff out. Go inside, take a shower, and then sit down with a plant finder like on Monrovia or Proven Winners, and just start planting some plants that I can put in this area. There's a bunch of rock everywhere. That was the ground cover, and so we're gonna have to get rid of that. Both Jason and I don't like it, so I think either Jason's gonna do it or we'll hire somebody to come and haul all this rock out, just so that we can, you know, start fresh, have a blank bed that I can start planting plants in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was motivation for you guys to get out there, clean up some small areas of your yard when you have a chance. If you could please consider subscribing, I would really appreciate it, and I will see you in another video very soon.